Hello, I'm Ken Fobb. This is NewsNet, Baton Rouge. Grab yourself a tea or coffee as I go over with you headlines and news from our local area and region. In Baton Rouge, Coroner Bo Clark says an autopsy performed on a 1-year-old named Josiah Crockett shows that he died of multiple blunt force injuries to his chest and abdomen. Therefore, he has ruled the child's death to be a homicide. This child lived with his father and stepmother in the Gardere area of the parish and had been brought to a hospital this past weekend where he later died. Police did search the child's home and later charged the father and stepmother with weapons and drug charges. More charges were pending. I will keep you posted, so stay close. In Louisiana legislative session news, a bill designed to close a loophole in the DWI law sailed through a House committee last week. If it passes in its present form, all first-time DWI offenders will have to have what is called an ignition interlock device placed in their cars in order to operate their vehicles. Upon conviction of a second DWI offense, defendants will be required to have the ignition interlocking device installed for at least 4 years, depending on their blood alcohol level at the time of arrest. This House Bill number 580 was introduced by House Representative Royce Duplessis from New Orleans. According to studies and statistics, these interlock devices have been known to reduce the rate of repeat DWI offenses by nearly 67%. According to Mothers Against Drunk Driving, this law will fix the loophole in the current law, which does not require all first-time offenders to have one of these devices installed in their vehicles. House Bill 580 is expected to come up for further discussion at the state legislature this week. I will keep you posted, so keep watching. Law enforcement officials in Ascension Parish arrested 3 people in Donaldsonville after a multi-parish manhunt. 2 men fled from a bank in White Castle, Louisiana, after an employee called police about a suspicious vehicle in the parking lot. A car chase ensued, involving the Iberville Police, the FBI, and Ascension Parish Police, after police tried to question the suspects. The chase ultimately came to an end in the town of Donaldsonville around 11 a.m. on Monday morning. 2 men and 1 woman were taken into custody by the police. You may recall, nearly 7 months ago, a barge crashed into one of the supports of the Sunshine Bridge on the Mississippi River, which caused major damage to the bridge. This incident has caused huge traffic problems for residents who regularly cross the Mississippi River on the Sunshine Bridge going to and from work and school. Now, even though the bridge is still not fully repaired, it will not be fully repaired until the end of this summer. As part of an ongoing investigation, the Coast Guard has moved forward to subpoena more than 24 witnesses to testify about what they saw happen on that day in October of 2018, before the Sunshine Bridge had to be closed down. Investigators say that if the evidence reveals the operators of the barge committed certain violations of the law, then law enforcement will have not only civil penalties to seek as an option, but also maybe criminal enforcement penalties. These Sunshine Bridge Coast Guard hearings are open to the public, and they started at 8 a.m. on yesterday morning at the Lamar Dixon Center in Gonzales. In Zachary, Louisiana, dozens of people gathered in spite of the rain on Saturday morning to honor local Vietnam veterans who are laid to rest in the Port Hudson National Cemetery. The Baton Rouge chapter of the Daughters of the American Revolution organized this ceremony in order to dedicate a beautiful monument to Vietnam veterans buried in the cemetery. It's reported that the organization spent 5 years raising the more than $6,000 to have the monument designed and placed in the cemetery. The ceremony was well attended and appreciated by all. Finally, remember, this is North Baton Rouge Economic Development Week. So don't forget, from 11:30 a.m. today to 1 p.m. today, the Transportation Drives Economic Development Luncheon at the Baton Rouge Metro Airport in the Metroplex Conference Room. The Louisiana Department of Transportation and Development Secretary will serve on the panel to address these topics. So don't forget. These have been headlines and news from our local area and region. I'm yours truly, Ken Fobb. I'll see you next time right here on NewsNet, Baton Rouge.